Hello and welcome back to another episode of 100% Orange Juice. We'll be attempting Suguri episode 1 again in this episode. We'll just skip through this dialogue, as you've heard my bad voice acting last video. And we'll just quickly construct a deck for ourselves. This should do. And then we'll just jump straight into it. Now, as I was saying in the last episode, this is patch 1.2.8. What this means is that star gain has been nerfed. The maximum multiplier for stars is 3 times roll, whereas previously it would have been 6 times, or should I say, your roll times double. So essentially this nerfs late game star gain. And the other thing is you only need 14 wins for your last Norma, as opposed to 15 wins. So I'm still just ironing out the potential changes in strategies that I might want to adapt to, but so far I still think it's good to go for wins early, stars late. And that my thinking might change though the more I play this patch. So we drew an accelerator card that'll become useful later on, assuming no one gift exchanges that from us. Method was gonna take 3 damage from that seagull. We're just gonna take this detour around here, collect some stars. Kai takes out chicken. Mad Puppo takes out the seagull, so everyone's at 1 win now. We get a lot of stars. Kai goes on a warp panel, and Mariko was the first one to reach level 2. So we will just take this fast route, try to catch up to Kai. In this particular case, since we're facing Hime and Kai, I think it's best to only fight Mary Popo, since Suguri tends to have a bad matchup against these 2 characters. Suguri tends to have a better matchup against characters with no attack modifiers, so for example QP, and characters with negative modifiers like Mary Popo and another character we have not seen yet called Fernet. So we'll reach our level 2 and then we'll go for 30 or more stars. I could have went for 2 wins because we're 1 win off, but when you go for wins, when you don't already have them, you always run the risk of essentially never getting a win. We will warp. That'll put us a bit closer to looping around for our own lollipop. Red Bubble lands on a drop. He may get some more stars. We'll get into a fight with a Sentinel. Deal 1 damage. We'll defend and take 3. Like I said before, Suguri really suffers from... Suguri is essentially really luck-based. Like, if your opponent rolls like constant 5 and 6s, there's not much you can do. But you really do well against low rolls. So, characters like Mary Popo and Fernet, who like to poke you with 1s, will rarely be able to do any damage to you. But again, you always run the risk of getting essentially luck sacked. Is a term that I really like to throw around in these kind of games. So Kai will do 3 damage to Mary Popo. He may use out of ammo, so we won't be able to use any of our cards this turn. I think we have to fight, because if we don't fight, the other characters will just fight us next turn. So we get lucky against Kai, he rolls low, so we have enough evade to dodge that. And then we'll try to kill Mary Popo, but Mary Popo survives with 1 health, and then we will evade, but our evasion tied, so that was rather unfortunate. Still better that Mary Popo got the kill rather than Kai, since Kai already has the most stars right now. So we'll just take a few turns to try to revive. Kai evades, and I think he'll get the kill on Mary Popo. So that puts Kai at 138 stars and 5 wins. And while we remain down, and we're finally up again. So I think we're gonna try to fight Kai to get half of his stars. Meanwhile, on this side of the map, Hime is leveling up. And I think in order to ensure that we'll kill Kai, we'll use Accelerator. That'll allow us to roll 2 dice. And we will indeed fight Kai. And the only bad part about this is that we'll roll 2 die for our drop. But I think it's a small price to pay to put Kai out of commission for a while. And this did put us a little bit more than our initial starting stars, I believe. We do have this gift exchange, so we'll just draw some cards and the gift exchange acquire some of the other characters' hypers. Although I hate when gift exchange is used on me, I really like it when I can gift exchange and get another person's hyper. But I guess that's really the appeal of the card. Get other hypers, try to create some crazy synergies that you would not otherwise have. So we'll gift exchange, and we acquire here and there and go away. That's an unfortunate draw, but it happens. Kai uses here and there, and he rolled a 4, so he'll level up. Mary Popo's gonna fight us, and that's a bad idea on her part. Since Suguri has a huge advantage against negative attack modified characters. So we will close to our lollipop, so we will stick around. Passive stars will put us above 70, and as long as no one kills us in the next turn or 2, we'll be able to level up. We actually managed to knock out Mary Popo, so that's pretty nice. And he may actually get the protagonist privilege from the gift exchange I used, so that's a little bit scary, but I don't think it's too big a deal. Kai gets another level, putting us at level 4. And he may actually use his dash, so she must really want to fight me using protagonist privilege. And she does manage to defeat me. So we'll just play the dead game for a while. Kai uses his own protagonist privilege, but he rolls 2 of those, so we'll have to take an alternate path. This game actually knocks out the boss, which is ridiculous. Mary Popo finally revives, but he may use his binding chain, and she actually rolls a 1 to level up. So I think this is Hime's game to win. Since none of us can really stop her, since we're all clumped in this corner. I do have here and there. I have 2 here and there cards, so we could delay her a bit. Mary Popo really wants to fight me. Do 3 damage to her. Hime lands on a 2. And then she would have a 1 if she had enough stars, but she did not. What if we finally level up ourselves, and then we'll go for 120 more stars next. Kai's gonna keep wailing on Mary Popo, even though his protagonist privilege is over. I think Mary Popo doesn't fight us because she doesn't want to risk getting knocked out. We're just gonna chase Hime, although we go in the opposite direction. Kai uses We Are Warda, but I don't think there's any traps on the field. And then Kai uses Maripopo to level up. We have to fight Kai. And I think we can evade this. No way we can't evade this, essentially. I'm keeping track of the amount of stars that Kai and he may have, so that I can appropriately use the here and there to delay them. Bonus is 8 right now, but there's a chance that bonus will become 9 next turn. I don't really keep track of that part. And that's 8, so Hime is actually 1 star off. Although she'll be able to next turn, so we have to use here and there now. And we will, I think we'll take the risk and level up. Hime has to roll a 5 or 6 to lose us, essentially. But that's the reason why I lost in the last video, so I won't be surprised. But it's actually Kai that won this. So we'll try once more. I did say that I wasn't expecting much trouble from Suguri, the Suguri scenario, but in all honesty, I think this episode is probably one of the harder ones, just because of you have to fight Hime and Kai. We will quickly make a deck and then go right into it. Kai gets into some combat right away and gets the first kill. Hime draws a card. Maripopo draws a card. And we'll get some bonus stars. Kai puts down the card he drew last turn, or we don't know if that was the card he drew last turn, but essentially there's a 50% chance. He puts down a trap card, essentially. Hime gets into the fight. Doesn't get a kill though. And Maripopo also fails to get a kill. We landed on a lollipop, but it's rather useless right now. Kai will do 1 damage to the seagull and take 4 damage in return. So Kai is in range for us to potentially snipe him. Maripopo fails to hit the chicken, and the chicken fails to hit Maripopo. So we will try to snipe Kai here. And we get the kill, so we've secured our Norma for level 3. We'll evade the Sentinel's attack. Hime has 1 win now. Maripopo gets more stars. And we'll take this detour because I don't want to lose any stars. We drew an assault card from that. Hime is the first to get to level 2. So we will get stars. Kai will revive. Hime will get more stars. Maripopo can fight Kai, which he promptly dodges and retaliates with 1 damage. Maripopo is gonna try to fight the Sentinel and take 3 damage. We do land on Maripopo's lollipop, so next we'll go for 2 or more enemies because we already have that. Kai levels up. Hime draws a card. Maripopo chooses not to fight Kai this time, and we're gonna put down this assault card. Essentially, knock out Maripopo before she can level up, should she use that lollipop. We'll continue on. I think we'll take this non-warp panel, because I like our current distance from the other 2 characters. So Kai fails to hit the chicken and takes 1 damage in return. He may then drop panel. Maripopo puts down a trap card and activates my trap, so we'll try to knock her out here. So she won't be leveling up. We will fight the seagull and get another knockout. So we've actually secured our level 4 Norma of 5 wins. Although Hime has reached level 3 now. It doesn't really matter that we landed on the drop panel since we're going for wins now, but that'll hinder our late game. This is our home, so we'll stop at it. And then we'll go for 5 or more enemies next for normal. Kai's gonna fight us to use our lollipop. So we're gonna use Usabit to try and survive this. And we took 1 damage. Didn't manage to do any counterattack though. I would really like to use here and there, but I can't. Because I want to separate myself from all the commotion here. Do 1 damage to the seagull, and we probably have to go for the evade. It works out for us though. And Kai's gonna fight us again. Hopefully we roll a 3 or higher in defense. Kai knocks us out. And also picks up a seagull kill. He may use another out of ammo, so it doesn't really affect us because we'll be spending the next turn or 2 trying to revive. And Mary Popo finally levels up. So now Kai is behind us. Or should I say Kai is in front of us. So perhaps we can try to fight him. We will fight him. And we do manage to knock him out, which is really lucky of us. Kai will be out of commission for a little bit. Mary Popo isn't really that big of a deal, since we can easily evade the low rolls and counterattack with a lot of damage. I'm hoping that Mary Popo will decide to fight us again, but if she were smart, she won't. And she does not, so we're gonna have to chase her down. But instead, we land on a lollipop, so we'll level up. I'm gonna go for 120 more stars because now that I'm level 4, there's no guarantee that I can get my 9th win very easily. Cloud of Seagulls is used to deal 2 damage to me, and Kai will have to fight the boss, but she gets knocked out. And he may pacify home because she doesn't have 70 stars yet. We will go here to heal up a bit. This does give Mary Popo the opportunity to use our lollipop, but he may use the here and there to scramble at positions. Mary Popo levels up, so she's level 3. And we'll have to fight the boss, so we'll probably be knocked out here. That's fine. Does delay our level 5 a bit, but Hime does 2 damage to the boss and manages to evade. Hime's rolls are really busted. Kai revives, and Hime passes by home again because she doesn't have enough stars. Rainbow will use the super all-out battle, so we'll all have +2 attack for our next bout. Hime wisely uses it to knock out Mary Popo. So, I believe, yes, the only ones that have super all-out mode now are Kai and myself. Kai's used Stiff Crystal, which will prevent the next trap he steps on, but there aren't really many traps right now. He may reach his level 4 as well, and that's fine. We'll have to fight the boss again, which is not fine. We do manage to knock it out, which is really lucky. I forgot we had the super all-out battle mode effect on us, so it's not really lucky, but in case it was as well, because we rolled high enough and the boss rolled low enough. So we're at 11 wins and 193 stars. So here's what I want to decide if I should go for 14 wins or 200 stars. Honestly don't know. Although this might decide it for us. We do get the 12th win, so it might be advantageous for us to go for the 14th win. We're about halfway to looping on our own lollipop, so let's see if we can pick up a 13th win on the way. we do have a little bit over 200 stars right now. So if as long as we don't get into any sticky situations, I still think it's better to go for the stars. Since Mariposa was only level 3, her Ubiquitous Hyper card would only steal... Actually, Ubiquitous is based on my level, so Ubiquitous would, when I level up, steal 50 stars from me. Amy knocks out Kai, so I think Kai is out of the game. So the only contender now is Hime and perhaps Mariposa. I think we're just gonna use Dash, because I really don't want to roll one. Hime activates the trap to go away, to teleport her to a random spot. We're gonna use Home to level up, and then we're actually gonna go for 200 more stars, since we didn't manage to get 14 wins before getting here. Now what I'll probably do is use Here and There to strategically put us closer to our lollipop, since we are at our lollipop. Any place would have been better, but I accidentally clicked. Clicked a move, but it all worked out in the end. Since we got around halfway through that warp, and Red Bubble also used the Here and There, so all is forgiven. Mariposa finally reaches level 4, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna use Mariposa to win. So we will fight Mariposa, and the whole point is to survive, so we'll win. Now this took 3 tries on camera, but we did it. So we'll get to the conclusion of episode 1 story. That was fun. Suguri is faster than anyone. Popo lost. Damn it. I played enough. I think I'll get back home. Are you sure? Day's still young. Pooh. Are you planning to spend the whole day playing around? Why not when we have such lovely weather? Popo, go. Eh? I guess she's telling us to follow her. Pooh. It looks like it'll be fun going after her. Popo. Okay, I'm coming with you. Ah, wait for me. So it looks like Suguri's scenario seems to be more happy-go-lucky, since Popo never actually stole anything from Suguri, although Kai's wallet is still missing. So, until next time, where we do episode 2 of Suguri scenario, thanks for watching, hope to see you next time, Castella out.